I am Maria Garcia de Fleury. Saint Teresa of Jesus, also known as Saint Teresa of Avila, had a life worthy of an adventure book. She was born in 1515, and at the age of 20 she entered the Carmelite convent called La Encarnacion. At age 40, she had a great conversion. Here began her mystical visions and her great writings. In 1562, Pope Pius IV allowed her to move to the convent of St. Joseph in Avila, being able to initiate the reform of Carmel by founding the Discalced Carmelites. In just 20 years, Teresa founded up to 16 convents throughout Spain, despite the misunderstanding and persecutions of some within the church. She even had to appear before the court of the Inquisition in 1517 to be judged. But thanks to the support of the Pope, she was able to continue her missionary work. Convinced that this was what God wanted from her, Saint Teresa was not intimidated. She wrote a book called The Way of Perfection to direct her nuns. There she wanted to capture the essence of her life project in the Barefoot Carmel, a life of prayer, that is, a relationship of friendship with God and with others, and that therefore commits the whole person. Teresa delved into three topics that she considered essential for those who want to become prayerful: love, freedom, and truth. She also wrote the Book of Foundations to build and encourage her nuns. As for the book called Interior Castle, that can be considered that she wrote it for the instruction of all Christians, and in that work she shows as a true doctor of spiritual life. Teresa lived what is known as the transverberation. That is one of the mystical graces referred by her in her book, Life. She refers to it as mystical wounds that she received in 1560 in the convent of the Incarnation of Avila, and that she recounts with vibrant words in her book of Life. In the tradition of Carmels of Avila, it has always been called as the grace of the dart. Saint Teresa expressed this transverberation, saying that she saw an angel near her to the left side in bodily form. He was not big but small, very beautiful, his face so lit up that it seemed like one of the very high angels who seemed to be all on fire. She saw in his hands a long golden dart, and at the end of the iron it seemed to her to have a little fire. This seemed to go through her heart. The pain was so great that it made her moan. Saint Teresa used to say that it was not bodily pain, but spiritual pain, although the body does not stop participating somewhat and even fed up. It is such a soft, sweet heart that passes between the soul and God, that I beg your goodness to please whoever thinks I am lying, show it to them. Saint Teresa of Jesus died in 1582 in Alba de Tormes, Spain, having done things unthinkable for a woman 5 centuries ago. She promoted a religious order for women and another for men. She opened numerous convents, wrote great works of spirituality, renewed the church. She was the first woman declared a doctor of the church, and she did everything thanks to her impetus and love for God, because she always knew that with God we always win.